Let's try every shade of the new e.l.f. lip oils. Starting off strong with Crystal Clear. Juicy Pretty Glow, but no color. Up next is my personal fave. This is a Rose Envy. It's like a pretty dusty pink shade. Next, we have Pink Quartz. This is kind of like Rose Envy and Clear mixed together. Up next, we have Coral Fixation, a little bit of an orangey undertone. Next, we have Red Delicious. I'm excited about this one. I haven't tried it yet. Ooh. Gives a juicy glow with some pretty color. I like this one. Next, we have Honey Talks. This one looks like it's gonna be a bit more pigmented. Gives a little bit of a darker glow. And last but certainly not least, we have the deepest one. This is shade Jam Sesh. Oh, this is perfect for fall. I love it. That's it.
A full face of e.l.f. underneath a macro camera lens to see how it really looks on my skin. Starting with the Power Grip Primer. Makes my skin feel hydrated and tacky, ready for foundation. This is my favourite primer. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. I like to use this as an underglow to my foundation. It has a light coverage with a stunning glow. Very similar to the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. This one just has a bit more coverage. Flawless Satin Foundation. I don't know how this isn't spoken about more. It's such a gorgeous foundation. It blends out so nicely. I'd personally say it's a medium buildable coverage. Just love the way it looks on my skin. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I prefer this one to the matte one. The matte one leaves dry patches underneath my eyes. This one sits on my skin really nicely and blends out so quickly. I'd say it's a full coverage and it covered my dark circles. Putty Bronzer in the shade Tan Lines. This is really easy to blend and it's definitely buildable and it leaves a nice sheen on the skin. Monochromatic Multi-Stick in Dazzling Peony. Do like this shade, however it takes a lot of building up to get that pigment there. So I used Sparkling Rose on top and this is so much better, so much more pigmented as you can see here. Again, really easy to blend and they have a gorgeous glow. They kind of remind me of the NARS Multi-Sticks as well. Halo Glow Powder. It set underneath my eyes nicely and there was no dry patches. The Moonlight Highlighter. This reminds me of the MAC Soft and Gentle. The glow on this is just stunning. I absolutely love it. Doesn't look powdery, it just blends into the skin really nicely. This is the finished look. I am so impressed. Let me know what you think. Here is a close-up.
Let's do a full face of e.l.f. Cosmetics. Okay, starting off with primer, we have the Hydro Grip and the Matte Putty Primer. I hate both of these, but let's try the Hydro Grip. I've already tried this primer like multiple times, but I don't know what it is. Whenever I use it, it makes my makeup like super patchy. For foundation, we're gonna go in with the one and only e.l.f. Halo Glow. I feel like everyone has this stuff and loves it. Okay, it's actually blending out really nice. My skin looks like glass right now. I love this. Okay, now we're gonna try the concealers. I have the shade Medium Sand, and these are really creamy. I like the concealer, but for like a hydrating concealer, it's a little drying under the eyes, so just be aware of that. Okay, now we're gonna go in with the e.l.f. Putty Blush. This looks a lot like Happy from Rare Beauty. Wow, that is pigmented. That is really pretty. I put on a little too much. You guys need to run and get that blush. It is literally so pretty. I'm going in with the HD powder. So this does have glitter in it, which is interesting. I look so oily right now, so we're really gonna bake all over with this. Okay, now we have the contour palette. I'm just gonna go in with the darkest shade because I am pretty tan. That is kind of patchy. Okay, I just spent like 3 minutes trying to blend it out and look how patchy it looks. I wouldn't recommend this contour. Okay, second last thing, we're gonna try the lip gloss. This is really pretty, but that powder left glitter all over my face and I don't know how to feel about that. Last thing we're gonna try is the setting spray. I've tried this before and I absolutely love it. Okay, so this is the final look. I really like it. Other than the powder and the contour, I think all the other products are really good. I'd give e.l.f. a 9 out of 10.
If you want the easy, glowy makeup for summer, you need these two products. Starting off with the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. This gives the most beautiful, light, glowy coverage. We all just absolutely obsess over in summer. I'm using the shade 4 Medium, which is my perfect summer shade. Next, onto the Halo Glow Beauty Ones. I'm using their contour in Medium Tan. Add shape and warmth into my face. Blush, I'm using their Berry Radiant shade. This is the most perfect pearlescent pinky shade. The glow that this gives to your cheeks is absolutely stunning. And I'm pairing that with their highlight in the shade Champagne, just to add that little bit of extra glow. tie the look together, I'm just using their blush in Berry Radiant on my lips. And this is the finished summery, easy glowy makeup. I'm obsessed.
Holy shit. I'm telling you, e.l.f. is not messing around, bro. They are here to be the affordable authority, and I am here for it. So these are new from e.l.f. The O Face Satin Lipstick. Satin lipsticks are my favorite formula. And when I went to do this swatch, and I was blown away by how pigmented it was. Why don't we just get the red out of the way? This is shade No Regrets. It is a blue red. Look at how pigmented. Okay, it low-key looks fire. Obviously very pigmented. Comfortable formula. I like that they're not scented. And the satin finish, oof. Pretty pinky nude shade Dirty Talk. Ooh. That's very pretty. I'm actually gonna leave this color on because I really like it. Nobody does it quite like e.l.f.
I absolutely hate the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. Let me show you why. Firstly, it's so affordable compared to its high-end dupe. Like, I'd rather pay double the price. It's also available in so many different shops, like it needs to calm down. Not only does it make your makeup last really long, who wants that? See how sticky it makes your base? It's just an overachiever at this point. It's a little bit annoying. It also gives like such a healthy glow to the skin. Just something I just don't want, to be honest. And if that wasn't enough, it also comes in another formula. Like, how obnoxious. This one has niacinamide in. So not only does this one make your makeup last really long, but it's also really good for your skin at the same time. All jokes aside, I actually said I'd never do a video like that. It actually broke my heart having to say that because I adore this primer with all my heart. Honestly, if you go back and look at all my videos, this little blue bottle is in pretty much every single tutorial. So if you are looking for an amazing primer that makes your makeup last really long, it also gives you a gorgeous healthy glow, definitely recommend the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. This isn't an ad or anything, by the way. I just wanted to share my love for this primer, and when I saw this comment I was like, oh my god, she needs to get on it, so definitely recommend.
Let's do a full face of e.l.f. dupes versus the high-end original. We're gonna do the high-end on this side. I'm starting with the Milk Hydra Grip. This is a great gripping primer, but it makes me break out really bad. e.l.f. gave us the Power Grip Primer, which this one thankfully does not make me break out. It's not my favorite of all their primers, but it's very grippy and a good dupe for the Milk one. Up next, we have the Battle of the Glow. We all know the iconic Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. This stuff is absolutely beautiful and gives a stunning glow to the skin, but it retails for over $50. e.l.f. gave us the $14 Halo Glow, and honestly, I like this one better. This one to me is a lot more pigmented. I feel like it gives more coverage to the skin, so I can wear it just as an all-over product instead of underneath another product, which is how I would wear the Charlotte Tilbury. For concealer, we have my favorite Tarte Shape Tape. This stuff truly covers like no other. Super pigmented and matte. e.l.f. gave us the Camo Concealer, which is a good dupe. It's very pigmented and gives a good coverage, but I do personally find it to be a bit more drying than Shape Tape is, so for this category, I prefer the high-end version a bit better. For contour, we have the iconic Charlotte Tilbury. This contour wand is fabulous, but it is quite pricey. e.l.f. gave us their $9 contour wand, and while it might take a little bit longer to blend, it's way cheaper, and in the end is going to give you the exact same result. They also gave us blush dupes. The Charlotte Tilbury Pinkgasm blush is my favorite blush of all time. It gives the prettiest sheen to the skin, but the e.l.f. Beauty wand in Berry Radiant is quite similar, and it's actually a little bit more pigmented, if anything, than the Charlotte Tilbury one is. Go to part two.
New year, new makeup products, right? I'm going to show you two products that I absolutely love that will give you glowing, beautiful skin. So this is a new makeup product and I've used it a few times and I'm loving it. So this is the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer, but it's pink and it has niacinamide in it. This is that super tacky primer that is going to keep your makeup on all day long, and niacinamide is a really beneficial skincare product that literally has benefits for everything. It's anti-inflammatory, it helps redness, and it helps to lock all the moisture in your skin, and honestly, so many more benefits. And look at the tackiness. Your makeup is going to stick to that all day long. Next up is the e.l.f. Halo Glow, one of my all-time favourite base products. I use the shade 3 and honestly, oh my god, it's so beautiful. This product can be used in so many ways, so you can use it as a primer like under your foundation so it will glow through, or you can use it alone like I do. I use it instead of a foundation. You can mix it in with your foundation to make it glowier, or you can even like put a little bit on top of your foundation as like a little highlight. I'm just obsessed with the way it looks on my skin. Look at the glow. This isn't a product that's supposed to give you loads of coverage. It just really nicely evens out your skin tone. It gives you that glass-like glow. Okay, I'm going to go and finish the rest of my makeup and I'll be right back to show you the finished result. Okay, this is the finished makeup and look how unreal my skin looks. That is why this is one of my favourite base products, because Ah, I love it. I didn't add any highlighter, by the way. I just added a little bit more of this on top of my foundation, like I said earlier, and oh, I just love it. A little dream team, and you all need them in your routines. Love you.
Oh my god, I got the e.l.f. lip oils. I am obsessed with this box. Are you freaking kidding me? This is heavenly to look at. Oh my god, there's so many shades. These are so freaking cute. And people are saying they're a dupe for the Dior lip oil. Honestly, I am so drawn to this shade called Honey Talks. You know what we have to do? We have to do a scent check, bitch. What? Wait. It is so pleasant. I just don't know how to describe it. Based on the ingredients, these look really hydrating. Avocado oil, apricot oil, jojoba oil, squalane. Like, that is a lot of hydrating shit. And they're $8. Big tip. Looks just like the Dior. Okay, I'm excited. Alright, this is, like I said, shade Honey Talks. And I'm just putting it over top of some lip liner. Listen. Oh, these are fire. These are fire. Forget about it. Am I the only one that's getting like a plumping effect from these? There's like some sort of menthol situation going on. It's very light. The formula is given exactly what it needs to give. Like exactly what it needs to give. It is so hydrated. It's not overly thick. It sits beautifully on top of lip liner. Has that unexpected slight tingle. Listen, all the other lip oils, forget about them. Forget about them. This is it. These are fucking it. I've said it before, I'll say it again, e.l.f. owns this fucking year. I cannot wait to use all the other shades.
Let's do a full face of e.l.f. Cosmetics. Hydrating my skin with the Holy Hydration Daily Moisturizer. Next, I'm going to be using the Holy Hydration Eye Cream. I love this eye cream. It is so good and it's so moisturizing for my dry skin. e.l.f. is one of my favorite brands that I'm obsessed with. I'm using the e.l.f. Brow Lift. Filling in my brows with this brow palette. It comes with 2 different waxes and 2 shadows. Carving out my brows with a hydrating concealer. I'm also using their small precision brush. Applying the bite-sized eyeshadow in the shade Cream and Sugar to the eyes, and this retails for only $3. I'm gonna take this shade right here and apply this to the eyes. Wow, and with this whole inflation, how is this only $3? I don't have an eyeliner from them, so I'm just using their brow pencil just to line the eyes. For sunscreen, I'm going with their brand new Sun Touchable Invisible Sunscreen. I'm obsessed with their primers, but sadly these 2 are discontinued, so I'm going to go in with this one. This has niacinamide, which I love. Also, I love how it's super tacky. My makeup literally just grips onto it and it lasts all day. This is what the makeup is currently looking like. Go to part 2.
e.l.f. just dropped a liquid putty primer. I am literally obsessed with them. It's their best-selling, famous Pore Putty Primer in a liquid form. This type of product is right up my alley. So it says it's a silky, weightless liquid that's gonna grip the makeup and smooth the skin. It is super, super liquidy, and I'm very curious about the texture. Ooh, it feels very silky upon application. I basically apply it where I want my pores to be blurred. I expected it to be way thicker, I'm not gonna lie. It's a very thin liquid. I'm gonna diffuse it and then I'm gonna tap it into the skin and let it set. It does feel super, super lightweight. Okay, it says once you've applied, let it set for 30 seconds. And just to note, I used 3 products underneath this: serum, moisturizer, and sunscreen, and it did not pill whatsoever. Now, a product like this isn't gonna make your pores disappear, okay? Don't expect anything magical like that. But I believe this area is nicely blurred and diffused, so when you apply makeup on top, it's gonna look soft and smooth. It feels really good on my skin. I think it made my skin look really smooth and diffused. Let's apply makeup. My makeup came out absolutely perfect. My makeup looks fucking fabulous, and it's so smooth. This is iconic. I will definitely use this one over the original just because I love the texture. I love that it's a liquid. I am so happy they did this. What do you think?
Okay, guys, today we're gonna do a full face of e.l.f. I genuinely cannot believe I haven't done a full face of e.l.f. yet, considering e.l.f. is like one of my favorite makeup brands. Am I okay? I don't think so. I'm an e.l.f. girly through and through, so in this video, I'm gonna kind of tell you what e.l.f. products I think are genuinely worth it and what products you can kind of pass on. I'm starting with my brows, and if you guys watch my videos, then you already know what's coming. It's the e.l.f. Brow Lift. You guys, this is my holy grail. I swear by this. As you can see, she's seen a lot of love. Also, I love the e.l.f. Brow Lift applicator.
also seen a lot of love. Just ignore this. But you know what? This just proves how good the product actually is. This truly just like snatches my brows up in the best way. It's also just a really easy product to work with. Like, I'm a makeup girly, but I'm also a lazy one, so I like when products kind of do the job for me. This is a $6 brow right here, and she slays. I'm moving on to primer now, and as much as I love the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer, I'm like really getting into the liquid poreless putty primer. This is so good. When I use this, I'm like, pores don't really know her. No, but like seriously, I love the way this primer looks on my skin. And makeup sits beautifully on top of it. It's definitely worth your money. I think it's like $9, $11. Let me check. It's actually $10. I love it. I'm moving on to foundation now, and we have the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream. By the looks of these products, you guys, you know I'm not lying when I say e.l.f. is like one of my favorite brands. Like, I just love everything they do. This is a really good dupe for the IT Cosmetics CC Cream. It gives you like the same effect, but for less. This is like a foundation that I can always count on, you know? For concealer, I'm going in with the Camo Concealer, but the satin one, not the matte. Trust me when I say, get the satin. The satin concealer blends beautifully. It has a gorgeous finish. It is just so much better than the matte one. This has been sitting on my face now for a good minute, and watch how it blends. Ready? Like a dream. So different from the matte. If I let the matte one sit for like a minute, I could not blend it. Okay, for contour, I'm going in with the Halo Glow Wand. I like this so much better than the putty bronzer. The only thing I don't love is how messy it gets. Like, this is a complete disaster. I am running out of time though, you guys, so go to part 2.
Let's do a full face of e.l.f. makeup. I bought everything with my own money, so I'm going to tell you what's worth it and what's not. This is everything we're working with. Now, I've tried some of these products and some are completely new, so I'll let you know. First step is an e.l.f. gripping primer. These are the best drugstore luxury. They do them so well. I'm going to go with this one just because it's fragrance-free, but it is less tacky than these. And we have some acne spots to cover, which is great because we'll see the coverage of some of these products. I like to apply this under my eyes as well. This one has 4% niacinamide, and it means that it brightens your skin, helps acne scars, helps sebum regulation, like all over amazing. Then I have 3 other putty primers. My favorite has to be the OG, so this is the poreless one. I like to press it from down up and really like stick it in there. And this also helps reduce any texture, which is always great. Then we have the one for acne, so this isn't my fave, but we do have a little spot here that's active. This has salicylic acid. It's a little bit green, but it doesn't really show up as green. And this will combat the acne because of the salicylic acid while you're wearing makeup. Let's do some here as well. Then I have the mattifying one. This one is my least favorite. It kind of, I don't know, it kind of like pills on my skin and makes my makeup look horrible. I'm just going to tap it in, but I'm not going to use much because I don't like this one. Up next are these viral products. Now, you know this, the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter dupes, but I first have to do brows. Wait. I started opening this one, but I have their brow lift. I haven't used this before. I don't do much to my brows usually. I have tried the Anastasia one, so I'm going to compare it to this one and let you know if it's good. The texture is the same with Anastasia. Ooh, it's very jiggly. It's soft. Like, some of these are a bit stiff, you know, but this one is not. And I wanted to say that this is fragrance free. So a lot of these brow gels from other brands are super fragranced and this one is not. So let's see what it does to my brows. They look weird. I combed them backwards and I'm gonna comb them the correct way just so that I could get product all over. And ignore my messy brows. I'm actually trying to grow them out and change the shape. Okay, this is working really well. My eyebrows are so stubborn because they go downwards there and I usually don't even bother, but this is working really well. I'm impressed. I'm cleaning up any residue right now and I just want to say that the e.l.f. is better than this, just so you know. Then I'm going to take their brow pencil. This is the Ultra Precise Brow Pencil. I love it, but the shade is really off on me and I'm just going to fill in the sparse areas. Like, you see the shade is kind of red, even though this is taupe, so it should be cool tone. And now I'm brushing them through again, and it's not getting flaky, which is amazing. I need to darken my eyebrows, so I'm going to use this bite-size e.l.f. thingy. It has 2 waxes and then some eyeshadow. Go to part 2.
The best e.l.f. products you need, $15 or less. This is 100% a dupe for the IT Cosmetics CC cream and half the price. It looks so natural and it has SPF 30. I feel like this is not talked about enough. This moisturizer is so bomb. I love using it before I do a full face of makeup. It's lightweight but hydrating. If you know, you know, I will always repurchase this product. This is one of my favorite drugstore primers. The hype is so freaking real. If you want your makeup to last all day, you need to use this.
There is a new Power Grip Primer in town, and it's pink! e.l.f. Cosmetics just came out with this new Power Grip Primer, and it has 4% niacinamide. The OG Power Grip Primer is meant to make your skin tacky so that your foundation can really grip onto the primer and stay onto your skin longer, and it's infused with hyaluronic acid, which is going to really hydrate your skin. The new Power Grip Primer, on the other hand, is infused with niacinamide, which is going to even skin tone. For example, it's going to help with redness, acne scars, dullness, anything. This new Power Grip Primer is not only going to grip as well as the old one, but it's also supposed to leave you an effortless glow. At least that's what it says on the box. Okay, that was a mouthful, and not the kind I usually fuck with. Now that I give you guys all that information, let's compare the two. What better way to compare the two than to put the OG on my right side and the new one on my left side? Starting off with the OG, I'm just going to use one pump, and I'm going to use my right hand to blend this out. The OG is very thick and very sticky. Look, when I rub it on my face, you can tell how thick it is from just it like pulling my skin. I wonder if the new one is going to be a thinner consistency. That's the OG on the right side of my face. Let's let that bitch settle in while I apply the new one on the left side of my face. And I'm going to use my left hand for this side. Okay. As I expected, it is slightly thinner. It does not have a smell to it. The new one actually feels a lot less sticky than the old one. The OG is just way more tacky. Okay, you guys, look at the difference in the color of my skin. You see how this side is like still very rosy and this side is just straight up like one color? Yeah. That is actually really fucking dope. How do they do that? Clearly there's a big difference with just them by themselves. I want to see if there's any difference on the way makeup actually sits on the primer. So I'm going to do my makeup off camera and then I'll be right back. Okay, this is the final look, and to be honest, makeup went over both of the products the same. I think the only major difference is the color and the fact that this has niacinamide to even out your skin tone. Other than that, they're pretty much the same. But I had to go for the fucking pink one because, bitch, it's pink.
Ready with me using a full face of e.l.f. Cosmetics. Let's go. So there is a ton of makeup to try here. So while I get ready today, I'm going to tell you guys what's hot and what's not. And now, just because this was gifted, don't think I'm gonna go easy. I'm gonna give you all my honest opinions. Okay, so first up, brows. What do we have for brows? Oh, okay, so we got the e.l.f. Cosmetics Brow Lift. Like, I've seen a few people talk about this before, so I'm really excited to try this. Also, I have the most stubborn brows ever, so it's gonna be a real test. Kinda looks like the ABH one a little bit. I'm just gonna go in and use a tiny amount to start with and see how strong this is. Okay, wow, that is like laminated straight away. Wait, this is insane. Okay, this is a good start. I love this. I just really hope that it holds. So that was the only brow product, so I just filled them in with a pencil, but I'm going to go conceal them with a Camo Concealer Hydrate. I love this concealer so much. I've had like 10 of these. By the way, if y'all are wondering like what the hell happened to my skin, I'm currently on Accutane. I'm in like the purging phase, so I get like random breakouts all over. I also heard that it gets way worse before it gets better, so I'm just really looking forward to that. The brows done, let's move on to base. I'm really excited about this because they sent over their putty primers, which I already know that I love, but also their gripping primer, which I've seen like all over TikTok. So I heard this is like really similar to the Milk Hydro Grip, and I love that, so I'm really excited to try this. Because this is a whole lot cheaper. So this feels really nice, and look how like sticky this is too. I'm obsessed. This is like the perfect base for foundations. However, we only have powder foundations, which isn't usually my go-to. But you know what? We'll give it a try. I mean, just... Oh no. Oh, this is not great. Okay, so obviously we can't use that, and the other shades didn't match me, so I'm just gonna go throw on another foundation and carry on. They're really cute when they're not broken, but unfortunately this is a lot too dark. Okay, so foundation's on. Now I'm gonna go apply a little bit of this concealer under my eyes. This is the same one that I used on my brows. Oh, I love this concealer. By the way, I've been really into using a dry beauty sponge recently. I don't know why, I just think it like applies the product nicer. Okay, so now I'm going to apply these putty blush and bronzers. I've wanted to try these forever, so I really hope they're good. So first up, the bronzer. This is a really nice shade, actually. I just hope it has some pigment. Oh. Hello? Okay, so I'm going to pick up a little bit more. I only used a little bit because I didn't know how much it was. It's still a little bit light. Okay, so it is a little bit sheer, but it's building up quite nicely, and it's just kind of like a soft bronze. Okay, so now I'm going to go with the blush. I absolutely love this shade. It's a really nice peachy tone. It's a little bit sheer again. Okay, so these are actually really nice. I think they're just more of a buildable formula, and you have to work them a little bit more. Which I don't mind, because they still look pretty in the end. So we don't have a powder, but what we do have is the powder foundation from earlier. This is just a lighter shade. So what I'm going to do is use this as kind of like a setting powder. Oh, it's a little bit yellow. So this actually gave a really, really nice set. I just don't think the shades quite work for me. I need to go grab some others and like try again. But anyway, that is the base about done. It is looking really, really nice so far. I'll come back for part 2 where we're going to do the eyes and finish off the look.
Let's do a full face of e.l.f. Cosmetics. As always, we're going to start with skin prep. This is the Holy Hydration Face Cream, and it feels very hydrating on the skin. These are the Hydrogel Under Eye Masks, and we're going to leave these on for 10 minutes. While that's doing its thing, we're going to go in with the e.l.f. Squeeze Me Lip Balm. This is in the peach flavor, and I think these are a dupe for the e.l.f. Glowy Lip Balms. It's time to take these off, and I'm not sure why, but they are irritating my eye a little bit. This is the Power Grip Primer, and it does scare me a little bit because I'm allergic to niacinamide, but we're going to try it out today for you guys. It's one of those like sticky primers, which personally I'm not a fan of. I just feel like I have other ways to make my makeup long wearing without having to feel this sensation. I hate it. I'm also going to go in with a tiny bit of the Poreless Putty Primer. As you can see, I love this. I'm just going to apply a tiny bit where I have very large pores and hope that mixes well with the jelly primer. Now we're going in with the Flawless Satin Foundation, using an e.l.f. sponge to apply that. So far, the coverage is looking really good, and so is the shade match. I was a little bit nervous. My only concern is how long wearing this foundation is going to be, just because this is a first impressions. And it would not be a full face of e.l.f. Cosmetics without the Halo Glow. I'm just going to apply a tiny bit where I want a little bit more glow. We're going to contour with the Halo Glow Beauty Wand. I've actually tried these before, and I'm a really big fan. I think they blend beautifully and give such a nice glow. I do want to add a little bit of warmth to the face, so we're going to go in with the Putty Bronzer. This is in the shade Tan Lines, and it doesn't look too warm, which I actually prefer. Blending very well, which to be honest I expected because I'm a big fan of the Putty Blush. Speaking of the e.l.f. Putty Blush, let's go in with a little bit of that as well. This is in the shade Bora Bora. Look at how stunning. We're going to go in with the Halo Glow Blush as well. These blend out so well, and they give such a pretty glow. We are concealing with the Hydrating Camo Concealer. So far, I'm liking the coverage, but I really hope it doesn't crease. Now we're going to set with the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder. I'm just going to use my sponge to apply that. This is what we're using for eyeshadow. This was like $4, which is crazy to me. I'm not like obsessed with how they're blending. To be fair, it is $4, so like, it's fine. I'm just going in with the Expert Liquid Liner, and I'm actually super impressed with this. The brush is so thin, and I like the formula. I've heard so much about this mascara. Let's finally put it to the test. I wouldn't say it's giving my lashes too much length and volume, but it is curling them. For brows, I have this Lock-On Liner and Brow Cream. I feel like it's 2016, but this is super creamy, and if you use a thin brush, you can really get hair-like strokes. Brows look good, but would I give up my brow pen for this? No. Setting the brows with the Wow Brow Tinted Gel. Let's try out the Love Triangle Lip Filler Liner next. This is in the shade Light Brown. I do like the shade, but I feel like it's a little bit thick and hard to use. For lipstick, I picked up the O Face Satin Lipstick. Formula is really creamy. And now we're going to set everything in place with the Stay All Night Microfine Setting Mist. And that is a full face of e.l.f. makeup. What do we think?